Hi guys, I'm Mark Nathwani. I was raised in the UK and I've been in the USA for 6 years. If you do what I explained in this video, I strongly believe your chances of surviving this coronavirus will be many fold higher. I'm confident of that fact and I'll challenge anyone to dispute it. Doctors, medical specialists, nutritionists, dietitians, virus specialists, etc. Anyone qualified in the medical field will wholly support what I'm about to say. Stay tuned while I go through some important information and some background which will definitely make the suggestions that I make easier to accept. There's some useful information as I go along. Please bear with me. I'm using a auto cue here because there's so much information. So this video is to help you through many uncertainties and unknowns during these stressful times. You know, the only thing that we do know is that no one has all the correct answers, unfortunately. Some of you will know and agree with many of the suggestions and opinions and the assistance, the help that I'm about to provide. You'll relate to it. Some of you may be doing it already. Some of you will definitely learn a lot from this. You'll understand it. You'll make your own opinions of it. You'll implement it to your advantage. When you've heard it. And there'll be those that, even if you do try and help them, they won't really care. And then finally, some of you, instead of appreciating the time taken to help people live through these traumatic times, but they'll just find something to criticize. And you know what? That's okay. I wish you well anyway. But do remember, implementing just one piece from this could save your life or that of a loved one. So I urge you to please be open-minded. Put your ego aside, and it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. You're just used to criticizing people. Time it out and stop it for one moment. Look, these are amongst the scariest times that one can experience in a lifetime. And stay away from your face, by the way. That's one thing you mustn't do. I don't agree with those who still insist that more die in car crashes and more die with the flu. I may make another video for you folk, especially you folk, to explain why that's perhaps somewhat ignorant at this late stage in this spread. I don't know. Is it that attitude that got us to where we are? I don't know. But I think it's time we do take this a little bit more seriously. So anyway, let's move on. What am I going to talk about? So look, there's clearly a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty. There are conspiracy theories on how this has happened, but overall, there's a huge lack of fact, and there's a lack of true information, and there's a lack of answers. There's also an element of depression and fear as a result of a lot of the above that I've just mentioned. There are concerns on the hospitals, the state of hospitals. Can they cope? The equipment that they have. There are differences of opinions on the stay-at-home situation. On the spread, if you look at the graph on worldometers.info/coronavirus, I'll put the link below, you'll see in the last few weeks that the chart's actually just gone like this. It's just taken off. There's uncertainties on the future. How long is this going to ask? You ask yourself, will you be infected? I'll tell you my opinion. Unless they find a cure pretty rapidly, which I can't see. Yes, I think we're all going to be infected. I think we're all going to get it. And so this is why I'm making this video to just go through how I think you can have a better chance of surviving this. Another question we ask is, normality. When will things get to normal? 6 months, 12 months, 18 months? Your finances, your business is a worry as well because of the unknown. But look, clearly nothing is more valuable than the life of a loved one, a friend, a family, your own, or anyone else's. And last but not least, this video was made for the benefit of those who follow my 2 cents worth. And if that saves lives, it'll have been worth it. Any benefit that you get from it, it'll have been worth. It'll have been worth it. So, look, I might repeat myself on a few things, and you might say to me, Mark, you know what? Get to the point. What are your tips? What are your suggestions? And what are your opinions? And I am getting to it. Just be patient. But there are certain things I do need to run through in order for you to get the full benefit of what I'm about to say. No one knows the real reason this has happened. As I said to you, there's conspiracy theories, and for the moment, I don't really care how it happened or who to blame. Having said that, China for sure needs to answer. As upset as some Chinese folk may be from my comment just there, and I don't want to cause any personal offense, other than state a fact that it did originate from China, as have countless other viruses. It seems to be a constant thing happening from there, and because of the attitude that we'll eat anything that moves, we'll eat anything from anywhere attitude, we can expect that. So going forward, I think China must change the food quality, the choice of the foods. Rats, snakes. I mean, see some of these videos. It's sickening for someone with the best stomach and the best appetite. And hygiene. I think the hygiene is definitely very poor there. But anyway, excuse me. Like I said, look, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to make a point that once this is all over, I wish some of the leaders of some of the states will take this seriously, so we don't get this again in the next generation or again in this generation. What's important to me right now, look, what's important is us as fellow humans, because all we have right now is each other. Some of the things I'm going to say to you, I don't mean to scare you. However, look, other than a ventilator breathing for you, what else do you think a hospital can do right now? There's no proven drugs that'll help, and we have to accept that. And we have to accept also that the biggest benefit in fighting this and surviving and getting better has got to come from within. Your human body really is the only thing that I think has the best chance of curing this thing. I don't think a hospital can. They a lot of the staff don't know what they're doing, and not because they're at fault. I love and admire and sincerely appreciate the risks that they're taking and the care that they're offering, but it's too new. Nobody knows. There's no drugs. All they're going to do is they're going to take care of you. They're going to put you on a bed, on your back, give you a ventilator. If they have one, they probably don't have one. So what do we do? It's no point shriveling up, panicking, curling up, and giving up, and frightening yourself and those around you. Let's be factual. It's your immune system that'll ultimately fight this. And that's the only sensible conclusion that I can arrive at. And this is what this video is all about. I'm finally getting to the point now. If you're on a ventilator and a drip, you're being kept alive, yes, I get it. However, you're not getting the vitamins, the minerals, the ingredients you need to fight the virus as it multiplies and destroys your lungs and other weak organs while you're laying on your back with hundreds of others in the same state. Do you get what I'm saying? And again, look, I'm not frightening you, I'm not criticizing anybody, I'm just telling you the fact as it is. I spoke to one nurse today, just this morning, who said that from the 27 that she has in ICU, she doubts more than 3 will recover. So what do you do? So look, I'm applying logic to my survival techniques that I'm about to reveal because they do work. And also, as I'm going to keep reminding you, there's no facts. or answers other than the fact that we know is that there's no cure and it is spreading, and it's spreading at the rate higher than simple flu, as explained by a news channel. They gave the stats and they said it's spreading quicker, and it's actually, some of you are going to criticize me for this statement, but I've heard it on TV. Don't call it fake news. You can research it. I haven't done, but I will do. It's killing at a larger percentage than the flu as well. You don't like my comment, you disagree with it, it's fine, you're entitled to it. But I don't think every country in the world is going to take these kind of measures for something like the flu. So you're not criticizing my statement that I just made, you're actually criticizing every leader of every country in the world. Because unless they felt it was critical, they wouldn't spend, for example, 2 trillion on rescuing the economy. But anyway, that's for another day. That's not the point I'm making the video for. Anyway, talking about just very quickly, I'm happy to take criticism on this video because I don't purport to know everything, and I'm not superior to anyone listening. If you do want to criticize it, make it constructive, provide evidence, be polite about it, explain so that we can all learn from it, rather than an ignorant comment, which undoubtedly will happen. And all I can say is, look, sorry that you have nothing better to do, and that I can't help you. Meanwhile, positively, I'm just a humble human being, on the same side of the fence as everybody else. I'm on the same level. You and I are prone to attack as anyone else, regardless of color, age, sex. I'm just doing my thing to take time to help you and others. So look, let me explain what will work and what won't. I think I've gone on a little bit too much with other surrounding factors rather than the point of this video. So I really do want to get to this now. I'll give you my reasons for what I believe will work and offer evidence where possible. Just one last important message I want to share with you. And I know I'm going on a bit, and thank you for your patience. I hope you are learning at least something from this before I get to the crux of this thing, which is really going to help save lives. But there is so much to say, and I'll keep it brief. I just want to touch very briefly on relationships and habits. And this is all very important as part of the important points that I'm going to give you in a minute. If you have a relationship that is sour, now is the best excuse to reach out to the other party, and say you love them, say you're sorry. And if the other party responds, it's great, because it takes 2 to sour a relationship and 2 to fix it. Do your part. Reach out, say I love you. I'm going to start right now. If any of my friends or family watching, I want to say I love you, I miss you, and I'm asking for forgiveness for anything I may have said or done to cause upset. Never been the intention, and I hope you recognize the nice guy, and that we all make mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means, and if your loved ones don't recognize that, so be it. At least you can sleep knowing that you've made that last ditch attempt, and that your heart is clean. So once again, now's your opportunity to tell someone that you love them, regardless of your present connection with them. And now's the time to kick habits. Please kick smoking. I just cannot express and emphasize the danger of smoking, especially at this time. This virus is known to attack your lungs. You should be strengthening your lungs. You should be keeping as far away from smoke as possible. My opinion is, I think we're all going to get it, and the ones that it'll hurt the most are the ones that have illnesses, weaknesses. Myself, I have pre-existing conditions. I'm not going to disclose or run into all that, but if you can stop smoking, please kick that habit right now. I think any of these bad habits are just truly committing suicide. This virus will attack your lungs, the immune system, and the heart. These are known facts. The first foolish thing to do really is to be ignorant about the danger. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so look, unless I I'm going to have extreme breathing difficulty. If I get symptoms, I plan on staying at home as long as I can, and I'm going to do as follows. So here now I'm actually telling you my tips, which is what this video is all about. After 15 minutes, thanks for your patience, but I'm here now. I'm here. And remember, depending on timing, as I've said to you, hospitals may not have ventilators. Pointless running to the hospital at an early stage, unless it gets unless you need the machine to keep you alive. They may not have the ventilators, and I explained there's no miracle treatment other than bring down your temperature, keep you hydrated basically, and breathing. I've said this before, I'll just tell you one more time, no medicine is tested or proven to work. There was some suggestion of malaria meds, etc. that work. Tests aren't confirmed, and they don't have enough, and they're not providing them anyway. So here's what I plan to do if I get symptoms. Some of this, in fact, to be honest, I'm actually doing most of what I'm about to tell you. Number one, do not binge eat. Don't hoard toilet paper, for example. It's just, let's not be foolish about this. I can see the concern. People think they're going to be stuck at home and they've got nothing to wipe their butts with. But you can see the stores are filling stuff up. Stuff is getting there. Go back to normal shopping. And normal grocery shopping. It's nice to have some backup, have in case you cannot leave home. Don't hoard fresh foods. It's just pointless buying tons and tons of fresh foods. They're perishable. Here's what I've done. I've kept canned foods. I've kept pasta. I've kept rice. I've been sensible. I'm not going to make a list of what you should and shouldn't buy. But what I see in stores is somewhat foolish. Totally empty shelves. We don't need to do that. If it gets to a stage where there's serious delivery restrictions or production restrictions, then it's different. But at the moment, we are getting supplies. So look, don't smoke. Don't sit around during the stay home. Being immobile is a bad thing to do. Keep active. Go for walks. Do some exercising. Keep your lungs active. Very important. At least 15 to 20 minutes every day. Get out and walk. It's apparently it's safe to walk as long as you're not too close to anybody. Don't overthink. Don't be unnecessarily afraid. Be concerned for sure, that's normal, and the concern will actually help us prepare. Fear will kill us before we get sick, or it'll actually make us sick. I've mentioned don't overeat, and don't overeat just because you've bought the entire store. It's going to drain you of cash when you need it right now, and it'll actually make your health worse. Just binge eating is not going to help you. Now, I would recommend, once you start getting symptoms, or even before, to keep them away, take a hot steam bath, and I'll tell you how you do that. Just get a pot, put boiling water in it, put a little bit of Vic if you have some. Vic is still available, it hasn't run out of the shelves. Put a towel over yourself and inhale that. That 53 degrees, over 53 degrees centigrade, 127.4 Fahrenheit, has known to kill this virus. There's arguments about whether it's alive or dead, so I'm not sure if kill is the right word to use, but deactivate is the word that's being used. Over 53 degrees centigrade, 127.4 Fahrenheit is enough to deactivate it or get rid of it. It goes in through the nose, it goes in through the mouth, it can go in through the eyes, and if you do the hot towel steam with the Vic, it's going to help tremendously with your breathing. It'll help with the lungs, and it'll help eliminate this. Vitamins, critical. Go online. If you want to do shopping, go online and order multivitamins. You need to keep your body's immune system hard right now. That's all that's going to fight this. Make sure you're vitamined up. Stop eating crap. Avoid fried food if you can. Avoid meat if you can. I don't want to make a big debate about this. A lot of people will argue, you need meat. I'd avoid meat. I'm just being absolutely honest with you. Your body finds it hard to digest. We're not really cut out to eat meat. I love it. I'm not a vegetarian, but for the time being, I'm cutting it out. I love my chicken. I love my lamb. I love my meat. I'm cutting it out right now, just to be safe. If I have to pack it out for 3 months or 6 months, If it's going to help my immune system, it's going to help my body, I don't care. I've got protein shakes, so I'll get my protein from there. You know, beans, things like that. Just be very careful what you eat. I'm taking vitamins to build the immune system. I'm going to order some online now. Exercising, I've just been through. You've got to strengthen your lungs, take deep breaths, fill up your lungs, hold it for a couple of seconds, breathe out, take deep breaths, strengthen your lungs. Very, very important. If you got to go for a jog, doesn't matter how old you are, whether you can do it. If you get puffed out, you get tired, here's an opportunity to build it up a little bit. You know, go up and down stairs if you have any, just get active. Once again, I'm going to repeat again and again, stop smoking. Please, take this seriously. Stop smoking. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help those around you. Cut it out. Okay, the other thing that's really, really, really going to help you, lemon, squeeze lemon in hot water, add honey to it. If you can go to the store and get the yellow turmeric powder, it's a miracle powder. It has more benefits than any single powder that I know. It's a turmeric is a plant. They make a yellow powder out of it. Put a pinch, like a quarter of a teaspoon. That's all you need. You know, one $2.99 bottle will last you a month or more maybe. I do this every day. You know, I take honey, I take lemon, I put turmeric in there, I put ginger powder in there. If you can get some ginger powder or fresh ginger, put fresh ginger or ginger powder in there. Now you know why lemon and ginger is short in the stores. You know, I'm not the only one doing this. Somebody's already, you know, not somebody, a lot of people have caught on that this is good. Hot drinks has been indicated to kill and deactivate this virus. Gargle hot lemon water. If you don't want to drink the honey and lemon, just gargle hot lemon water. Do it every day. Just do it every day in case you have the virus and you don't know it. It'll help get rid of it. It'll help get rid of it. Juices, you know. I used to juice for years now. I've been juicing 2 or 3 times a week, you know. But for the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been juicing every day. And here's what I do. I put a couple of small carrots, a couple of strands of celery, an apple, an orange juice, an orange. I make juice out of one orange. You put in the blender, just peel the orange and put in the blender. It'll mix and crush. And then I've got some powders. You know, I've got wheatgrass. I got protein shake. I put a pinch of all of that in there. Those are all good things. Occasionally I'll put a banana in there. You can do loads of different mixes, but you know, if you put some of the ingredients that I've mentioned, they're going to give you a lot of the vitamins, the minerals, what you're going to need to build your immune system up. Look, the other thing that really works, it works for me, and it works for a lot of people. A lot of people will swear by this, is meditation. Don't make any excuses. Oh, I've tried it, it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work for me. I don't want to try it. I can't be bothered. Stop. If it's going to help you cope with this, and it will, and it does, I promise you, millions of people across the world do it, and it works. Go on YouTube and punch in guided meditation, stress, overthinking, to sleep, early morning positivity, anything like that. Punch in, there's millions and millions and millions of meditation, guided meditation videos out there that'll help you. Please do it. It'll help. So you know, just digress a little bit. Somebody said to me the other day, is driving as dangerous, if not more? You know, maybe it is. Maybe flying is more dangerous. You know, I'm sure there are things which people do that are far more dangerous than this virus. However, the constant ugly picture brings this situation to the forefront more than the flu, more than road accidents, and more than anything right now. You know, you watch TV, you watch some of these videos, you see, again, I don't want to frighten you and make this a gory video, but you see corpses in trucks and hospitals not coping at the same time, and the spread is getting worse. You know, people don't make videos on drive safely because it's killing 50 million people a year, and well, they do, but you know, not as many as these videos are going around right now, or you know, here's how to beat the flu. You know, millions of people die of the flu. The reason people are concentrating on this right now, and the reason I'm concentrating on this right now, because it's imminent, it's here right now, and it's causing a lot of problems, and I want to help you. And I want to help you, your friends, your neighbors, everybody around. If this video can go viral, please I don't want any financial benefit out of it. I don't, you know, I'm not a marketer. I used to be years ago, but you know, if I do make anything, if there's any adverts or money, I'll donate to charity. I'm not interested. I'm doing it to help. So please forward it. Forward this video. If somebody's got the patience to sit there for 20-25 minutes and listen to it like you have, it'll help. You know, I've also bought a respirator, an oxygen concentrator. It's not a ventilator. That ventilators breathe for you, so it's not going to breathe for me. It supplies fresh oxygen in case I get difficulty. I have pre-existing conditions. I'm worried and concerned, just like any of you are. And I bought one. It wasn't cheap. I bought one for $300, and they cancelled the order because of the demand. They probably gave it to the government or somebody else. So I had to pay $1,000 for another one, but I bought it. You know, I'll keep it. It's just an item worth having in the house, like a generator for storms. You know, the other thing you should do is talk to family, make them understand the rights, the wrongs sensibly, without arguing, without raising voices. I know this is causing arguments in families. It's not the time to argue. Make a joint plan, involve them, involve their reasons. Everyone's entitled to have their say, so let them have their say. Make a family plan, you know. Take plenty of rest. That's very important. Don't overexert, you know, don't try and do too much. The last thing you want is a tired body that's not able to cope with this. Just take plenty of rest. You know, look, a lot of people are going about their business as normal. My suggestion would be avoid going out as much as possible. And give the state that you're in, the country that you're in, time to realize the seriousness and build the facilities to care for you and your family. That's what they're doing. That's the reason they want to bring the curve down, because they don't want 50,000 people in the hospital that they can't help. Does that make sense? They want to be able to get the supplies. They want to be able to get the ventilators. They want to be able to build the hospitals. Stay home. Keep the curve down. If you get it in a month when they're ready, you have a better chance of survival, even if it is just a ventilator to keep you alive for a minute, you know? Last and finally, a couple of miscellaneous points. You read stuff on social media all the time. Donna Key mentioned she sees people with kids out there shopping, touching stuff, coughing, spluttering. They're kids, they don't know, they don't understand the seriousness of this. Are they helping spread the virus unnecessarily? Maybe, I don't know. If you can avoid children going out for the moment, I know it's hard, they deserve to be out, they deserve to play. They don't like being locked up. I get it, but you know, for their safety, our safety, everyone's safety, just for a short period, if we can all just comply with the stay at home and try and stay at home as much as possible, I think it'll help everybody. So thanks to Donna Key for raising that point. I agree and support her, as unreasonable as some people may think it is. I saw another one, very funny one. Lady insisted she wanted to go swimming in the communal pool, making all kinds of fuss. I want to go swimming, I want to go swimming, I want to go swimming. Look, there's a million things I want to do. I want to go to watch a movie. I want to go to a restaurant. I want to go swimming in a communal pool. There's loads of things I want to do. I'm not doing it for your safety, my safety, and those around me, and everybody else's safety. If you can't swim for 2 weeks, what the hell? Give up certain things for a couple of weeks. Play the game and help everybody. It's pointless you getting online saying, oh, I can't swim, and do you know the rules about swimming? And, you know, what is it you don't get? There are no rules about swimming. Stay away from people as much as you can. Stay indoors as much as you can. Use your common sense. You know, finally and lastly, to close this video, thank you very much indeed for watching. Please forward it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, hit subscribe. I may do another one, probably not so long. But, you know, be nice. Be nice. This will undoubtedly change the way that we live in going ahead, you know, hygiene and things like that. If it improves people's feelings in general for humans and animals and friends and family, I'm sure that those who have perished will be happy to have sacrificed their life for the good of humanity. If I don't make it, just now I care enough to help reduce these fatalities for everyone watching. If I don't make it, I'll be happy that I've hopefully made a difference. Thanks for watching. Take care, be safe, and pass it on, and I hope you implement some of my advice for what it's worth. Take care.